Frank Silvestro here. How you doing? And welcome to my 100K Power Journal number 2. It is the second one. You're at the ground floor, I guess you could say, with me, going through this with me. All right, and I've been gone a few days, and I wanted to tell you what's kind of been happening. I had to work through some things, and sometimes I find it necessary to give my inspirational information, in addition to my technical data as I experience it. So the thing I came across is it's important. I worked this kind of out, it became more real to me over the past few days, is to stay on target with your goals and your dreams, regardless of the barriers and distractions. Okay, that's important. There are lots of barriers and distractions. I know. I live life too, just like we all do. All right, and I realize that barriers are only apparencies, no matter how real they seem. Okay, the physical universe, life is like, or the physical universe is messing with us. It's trying to screw with us. It's testing us. All right. So I found that the more we agree with these barriers, the barrier, it's there, it's real, it's what it is, the more real they become. Okay. If we make something a problem, it becomes a problem. Now, that doesn't mean you don't handle barriers coming your way, because you always have them. That is life. Life is about overcoming barriers. That's how we maintain our happiness, is we have barriers and we overcome them. Okay? The way we get overwhelmed is the barriers are too much, and then we go into overwhelm because we can't conquer the barriers. All right? But the point is, just don't make it a problem. And a problem is when there's no apparent solution to the barrier. There's always a solution. Always, always, always a solution. You have to find them. Okay? And likewise, the more we agree with our goals, the more real the goals become. So the idea is to focus on the goals, not the barriers. Because you want to make the goals real, not the barriers real. Because if the barriers are real, you make it a problem. If the goals are real, it comes to fruition, it comes to life eventually. Okay? Now, why am I telling you all this? Because I want to. But I found that there's an apparent danger to growth. It's just apparent. All right? So I'll give you the analogy of what I ran into. All right? You have 6 baseballs in your hand, 3 in each hand, for example. Okay? And each ball represents things you want to achieve, okay, in life, in your business, or whatever it is, right? And you go, okay, here we go, ready? Go. And you throw them all up in the air. You put them into action, which is a good thing. And you throw them all up in the air. And what happens? You go, okay, let's see how they're doing. Bang, and you get hit in the face with 1, 2, maybe even 3 of them. I don't know, if you're lucky, maybe even all 6. That would be pretty cool. It's a viewpoint. All right, you get the recoil, you get the backflash of those things that you threw up into the air. Now, if you didn't know this datum about that, just the goals and barriers of what you got back are just apparencies, you will give up. Like you get hit in the head. Oh my God, I got hit in the head. Oh, this sucks. I'm not gonna do that anymore because I got hurt by it. So what's the natural thing we do is we withdraw. We withdraw from, no, I'm not going to do that again because I got hurt by it. It's just a natural thing we do. But it's just an apparency. So you don't do that, all right? Don't give up because you got hit in the head. That's a natural course of action as an entrepreneur and in life, all right? But what do I do in that situation? Let's go back to the act of juggling again, okay? So now what if you were actually a juggler and you went, okay, here we go, we're gonna so here we go, start to throw, and they don't throw all the balls in the air. They throw one at a time, if you notice. Okay, now they're juggling all the balls in the air. So they got these 6 balls. They're juggling in the air now at the same time. Okay, they're at cards. Well, how is it that they are cards? Because they know what they're doing. They're trained in juggling and they're practiced. Okay, so here is the point: is that you have to be trained and have the knowledge about what you're doing in business and life in order to be cause. You have to enhance yourself as an entrepreneur and personally also. The two go together. You can't not enhance yourself, make yourself grow as a person, and grow yourself as an entrepreneur. You have to grow both. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is I go further a little bit. Right now, I'm going to pose this to you. How many balls can you juggle? I don't know. What does that depend on? That depends on your willingness. Assuming you're trained in juggling, how many balls are you willing to juggle in the air? Okay, that determines, it's the amount of space you're willing to control. It's your cause level. Okay, what is a cause level? It's things that you intend to do and they happen. It determines your space as a person. Okay, so how many balls you're willing to juggle, it depends on your willingness. All right, take for example Grant Cardone. Man has a big space. Like he has a lot of knowledge about what he does, and he has a big willingness also. All right, look at his face. The guy is aggressive. He has a big willingness, lots of knowledge. So he's not conservative about what he can do because he knows what he can do and he's willing to do it. Make sense? Okay, good. So on a personal note, I found it necessary recently for me to invest big time in my business knowledge and in my growth, my own personal growth, my own personal enhancement. I didn't really have the means to do that. All right, I got kind of upset. This has happened the past week. I got very upset. I felt stuck. I felt at the effect. In other words, I wasn't willing to have what I know I needed to do. Okay, my willingness wasn't there. That's what was missing my willingness. So it was a situation that was just hard to confront. All right, hard to face up to. So now I had this apparent data about apparent barrier. So it was an apparent barrier. I knew it was an apparent barrier regardless of what I was feeling. All right, and I knew I had to push through, but how? It was a barrier. How am I going to push through it? I know I had to. All right, so this is the way I did it. I asked myself, which part of this barrier can I confront and do? It was a barrier. Which part of it was I willing to confront and do? That's the way you handle overwhelm, by the way. If you're feeling overwhelmed, it's which part of it am I willing to confront, face up to, and willing to do, and can do. That's the way you handle overwhelm. Good, go do it. You find a cause point. What are you willing to be cause over? Right? So I did that. And funny enough, things started to roll. Other things that were stuck that I wasn't even working on became unstuck. I'm not sure how that magically worked, but it worked. So the unexpected things started to roll. So, it's like I took out some plug of some sort, and all of a sudden things started to roll. Like I almost found the rock in the mountain, and the mountain fell because I worked on that one rock instead of trying to think about how am I going to handle this whole mountain. But it actually magically happened. Yeah, I felt better. I felt more at cause over things. So the key thing here I learned was when I'm stuck, always look for something that I can be cause over. What could I do? Okay. So that's my recommendation. And to increase your overall cause lever going forward, because you have to always grow. You can't just stay stagnant. You have to grow. You and your business is a reflection of you. You will grow, and so will your business, and it just will happen. All right. So to increase your overall cause level is you have to increase your willingness, and that is your ability to confront and have a widening sphere of influence in a very positive way. Okay, in a very growthful way for you and others around you. That determines your strength and your size as a person and as a being, which you are, which we are. Okay, that's what determines it. Okay, it's what's your willingness to be cause over. All right, and willingness, by the way, has positive and negative sides to it. If you don't think, even if you are trained, that you're going to get hit in the head with baseballs that you throw up because that's what you're creating, you're mistaken. You are going to get hit in the head sometimes, one way or another, by people, things. It does happen, okay? And it's going to happen, and you got to know that's going to happen and be willing for that to happen. If you're not willing to get attacked by other people, things happening to you, whatever, don't go into entrepreneurship. Okay, in fact, don't go into life or whatever, and just sit and do nothing, which is, you might as well just, I'm not recommending that, okay? But the point is, you will get that no matter what. So it's just a matter of life and business, okay? And that's the way you grow as a person, and that's the way your business will grow too, all right? Now, the last aspect of increasing your overall cause level is your knowledge and your training, okay? This is of yourself and business, okay? Your knowledge of yourself and your business, all right? Invest heavily in your training and your knowledge, but invest smartly. Don't invest in garbage, okay? Invest in things that are working, that you know are working, that have a proven record of working, okay? So that's it, again, in business and in yourself, okay? You have to keep yourself growing with your business. You're growing and your business is growing at the same time. The two go at the same time. If you're an entrepreneur, you're running your business. That's the size of you determines your business, okay? Grant Cardone, for example, if he was a little person, would not grow into the business he's growing. They go hand in hand, okay? So I did this, okay? So my recommendation is go into debt if you had to. I don't care. You're investing in yourself. That's the point. The bigger you grow, the bigger the business will grow, the more people you can help, and as a result, you'll make more money. That's just a result of everything, all right? The growth of myself and my knowledge of myself and business got me through a lot of hard times, personally and business-wise, okay? And I keep growing. All right, so it's vital, those two things. I really had to work through these things, and they became very obvious this past week. I was kind of quiet because I was kind of like working through these things, all right? So I've adopted a new slogan for my business, okay? And probably for myself. And my new slogan is, because the only way is all the way. You go all in, 100%, no reservations. I'm going through this. This is going to happen 100%, all right? And I recommend you adopt that philosophy as well, all right? So I hope this helped. Give me some feedback below. Let me know what you thought, any realizations, anything. I want to know that I helped you. That's the point. And I'll keep this rolling. All righty? So love you guys. See you soon.